I know you've been doing your own research, looking at thousands of properties and comparing between which one can give you the best lifestyle, the best ROI, the best this and the best that. Let me tell you, this video is not about what to invest. This video is for you to learn what are the top 5 places for buying a property in Punta Cana in 2026 so you can make a smart investment in the Dominican Republic. I'm Juan Briseño and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Okay, so now that we are looking at the Punta Cana map, the idea is for you to understand where are located these places for buying a property in Punta Cana 2026. So I would like to start by Cana because this one is well recognized for multiple things. The main one is due to it is an exclusive place not just in the Dominican Republic but in the whole Caribbean, also because of their world-class amenities and high-end properties. So as you can appreciate here, Cana is not 100% developed, which is great for those that are not in a rush and wants to create appreciation with the time. But for those that are looking something already built, we also have this type of properties already there. And keep in mind that in Cana we have thousands of people already living there, so don't get me wrong. So what you can find these days just right here in Cana, let me walk you through. One of the main things as an amenity is their fishing lodge, which is this area just right here. For example, in this area you have multiple restaurants you can go. You also have pubs, you have clubs, casinos. So if you want to have fun, this is the place. On the flip side, as you can appreciate, we have a beautiful marina just right there. So for those who want to get a boat or want this type of lifestyle, this is a nice place, but I can tell you more. The marina in Cana will continue the construction. So in the future, it will be bigger and this will be a plus. Now, in this area, you can find the Dorado Water Park. This is an aquatic park and just look by yourself. Is big and I can tell you everything is high-end. This is ideal for the whole family with friends. You can have a blast just right here. Also, you have the skate park, which is an adventure park, different concept and another option just in Cana. On the flip side, you also have the Punta Espada golf course, which is located right here. If you are a golf lover, you already know what I'm talking about. If you are not familiar with this, just feel free to go on the internet and type Punta Espada golf course. You will realize that this is one of the most important golf courses in the whole Caribbean. Also, here we have Las Iguanas. Las Iguanas is, in my opinion, one of the places with bunch of potential in the whole area in Cana. I'm talking about Cana. First, because here is coming a new golf course. Yes, a second one. Actually, you can appreciate that there are something to see over there. But more than that, Las Iguanas is a whole area that is under construction. Of course, if you go these days, you will see buildings already there, houses already there, but the place is still under construction. So for those that are not in a rush and want to take advantage of good prices, appreciation, and get something brand new, this is the place, Las Iguanas. And as you can appreciate, all of this is very close to the ocean. Actually, the main beach in Cana is Juanillo Beach, and over there you have beach clubs, restaurant, a very nice place to spend time. So this place worked really good for those who want to be part of an exclusive amenity like Cana, because yes, you can live here with all these type of amenities and lifestyle, but also for those who wants to invest in a property where the main purpose is generating income through short-term rental, let me tell you, here you have all the highlights to make a smart investment. But I believe this is the most important about this place, the prices. If you go and see a one-bedroom condo under construction, you have to be ready at least from 260, almost reaching 300. That needs to be your budget. Of course, depending on the size, depending on the view, depending on the typology, if it's fully furnished, who are the developers, all the things are important. So sometimes you can see a project that is launching a new unit or a new phase, and maybe they have some limited options for under that amount. But right now, the average price for one bedroom unit with a good space, good view, and things like that, you have to be ready, my friend, at least for that amount. 260, 70, reaching 300K for just one bedroom. For two bedroom, of course, you have to be ready pretty much 380, 450. Again, under the same standards. But let's say that you are looking for a villa, single family home, something like this. You have to be ready minimum with 1 million. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this property worth 1 million. I'm saying that the minimum amount you have to be ready for a single family home is pretty much 1 million and on, depending if the property is located facing the Gulf, facing the ocean, or maybe facing the Farallon, that by the way is located here for those hiking lovers and that likes to be surrounded by nature. That's pretty much what you can expect. Of course, that can vary, but just keep in mind these numbers if you are looking at something in Cap Cana. So as you are familiar with the Cap Cana community and you realize like it's really big, now I'm going to show you some videos so you can feel if this is what you actually are looking for. Now, the second place I'm going to show you is the downtown, and for sure you already are familiar with this area, or maybe you've been here before, but I can tell you the downtown is well recognized because over here is where you have most of the services and entertainment in the whole destination. There's no doubt about this, but as the downtown is so big, there are still some areas that are under construction that for sure will create a great appreciation of the whole area, and with that high demand. Again, here you are very close from the ocean. I mean, the nearest beach from the downtown, we're talking about 10-12 minutes, so it's not a big deal. But also is due to the amenities and entertainment you have over here. And let me start by this area. Here, for example, we have Paseo San Juan. Here's where the top restaurants are located. And I can tell you, here you can find international cuisine, Italian cuisine, Chinese cuisine, multiple options. Then you have Plaza San Juan, which is located right here. Here is where most of the services are located, such as multiple banks, money exchange, big supermarkets, cinemas, and things like this. Now, in this area, you have the Caribbean Lake Park, and just judge by yourself. This is one of the top places to do aquatic activities, such as jet ski or taking paddleboard and things like that. But more than that, if you don't want to deal with these type of activities, here you have a big restaurant and kind of club where you can spend the whole day over here and eat very good. Now, just right here, you have the Dolphin Discovery with an aquatic park just right here. And again, all of this is located in the same area, in the same downtown. And right here you have the downtown mall, again with more services, restaurants, you have another big supermarket, gyms, you have everything. And because I haven't finished, in this area you have all the pubs, clubs where the entertainment and nightlife is. Starting by this one, this circle is the famous Coco Bongo. Next to it you have the Hard Rock Cafe. Then in this area you have the Dinner in the Sky. Here you have more pubs and restaurants, and all these small squares, say that way, are local pubs. So if you like the nightlife and you want to go, just to see what's going on and how the people have fun, this is the place. So it looks like right now everything is very solid there, but I'm going to talk to you about this area. Here is where the famous city place is coming, but more than that are also other things that will beneficiate all this area. For example, it's coming 2 hospitals, an international school, dealerships, business centers, more projects. And listen, I'm just talking to you about business, but also you will find different type of projects in just this area. We have apartments, we have villas, we also have projects already done, but this is a great place that from now in 5 years it will be a gold, 100% with that. Now let's talk about the prices. Here is more affordable. When it comes to 1-bedroom condo, you have to be ready at least for 150. That's more or less the average. But you also have the options to find here like more diversity, like studios, big studios. A studio can be a little bit cheaper. For example, here you can get something with 115 and 20. But if you are looking just 1-bedroom condo, get ready with 150. With 2 bedrooms, for example, here you have to be ready for 220, 250. That's the average. For the villas in this area, it's pretty much like 300, over 300,000. 320, 350. This will depend again of the qualities, on the location, on the community, if you have amenities, if you are on the other side of the highway, or if you are in one of these gated communities that are closer to the downtown. But keep in mind those prices. So it seems like the downtown is a very potential area for those that are looking appreciation and are not in a rush. Now I'm going to show you a video and you can compare what's right now and see the full picture about what's coming next. Now, the third option or place is Los Corales. In my opinion, this is one of the top places if you are looking for business. And when I say business, I mean a property where you can do Airbnb or just short-term rental. Why this? Because as you can see, you are very close from the beach. Actually, the whole area is just walking distance to the beach, restaurants, entertainment, services. So basically, to all the things you are looking for while you are on vacation. And don't get me wrong, actually, this can be a great place as a second vacation home or spend long period of time if you are an active person and you like this type of vibe. Now, here you can appreciate that everything is well developed, but here we still have couple projects under construction for those that are not in a rush, where you can have good prices, tax exemption, and get familiar and be part of this area, let's say that way. So here, let me walk you through about the prices. When it comes to one bedroom condo, here you have to be ready with 150. And let me tell you, here you can get a very nice condo, fully furnished, with tax exemption for 15 years, trustworthy developers, walking distance to the beach. So that's pretty much the average. One bedroom condo, 150, two bedroom condo, 220, 250, more or less. Villas, here is a little bit more limited. Of course, we have villas here, but as you can appreciate, most of this area is about hotels and also condos. Just look at by yourself. But the villas that we have over here are pretty much resales. Here is very, very limited. Actually, right now, there's no project under construction about villas in Los Corales. But for resales, here we have villas where you need to be ready minimum with 500K and this will depend on the type of villa, the years of build, the qualities. You already know what I mean. But you can keep these prices if what you are looking for is a condo that you can rent through short-term rental and use it as your second vacation home. So now I'm going to tell you, if you are that type of person that you like to be surrounded by multiple things, being walking distance to everything, Los Corales might be for you. So let's discover it together and see what's going on there. Now, the fourth community, it's called White Sands. If you are following me, you will realize that I talked in several videos about this community, the White Sands community. But today I'm going to show you and want to make emphasis in this community because of the potential. First, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the story about White Sands in just a couple seconds, of course. White Sands has many years, I can tell you over 15 years on the market already built. It's another community, gated community with golf course and private access to the beach. Yes, private. It's a big difference between a public beach and private beach access. This is something you can find in White Sands. But after many years of build, let's say they stopped construction, then COVID came, everything stopped in the whole world. And since 2021, good and reputable developers started looking at this community as a potential one. And of course, it's a potential one. As you can appreciate, the way that Punta Cana is getting developed is through the north. Why through the north? Because here's where the ocean is located. But also, as you can appreciate here, you have multiple golf courses. This is the area of Bávaro, by the way. You can see it here, Bávaro. We talked about Cap Cana, which is located right here. Then we talked about the downtown that is located right here. We talked about Los Corales, that is Bávaro, located right here. And now we're talking about White Sands, that is located just right here, okay? So what we can find in White Sands, what's there? Actually, we have hundreds of clients already living here. All of these are communities already done where the people are enjoying their second vacation home, generating income, or even living in this place. But what is the purpose of the people that are interested in White Sands? Pretty much that. Families that are looking as a second vacation home and maybe generating some income while they are not using it. And why you can generate a good profit in a place like this? Easy, because first you have private access to the beach and you also have golf course, but you have more. You have a clubhouse, you have a new driving range located right here. In this area, it's coming a sport area where you will have multiple multi-purpose courses like tennis, paddles, and things like this. You have mini market in one of these communities. You have the top, in my opinion, Spain cuisine restaurant in this community. So all of this is just inside of the community, but the plus that I really like right now as a local is this community offered two entrances. This is the main one located just right here, and then you have a back entrance located just right here. And this is a plus, especially if you have a second vacation home, because once you arrive at the airport, for sure you can see some streets, some avenues, a little bit with traffic. But if you want to avoid that, just look at it. You are next to the highway that connects the whole destination to the airport. So this is a plus. And if you want to leave the community and see what's going on there, let me tell you. Here outside of the main entrance, you have the second biggest casino in the whole destination. You have resorts and you have commercial areas where you can find restaurants, mini market, banks, clubs, different things to do. So that's why White Sands is a great place where you can generate income, but you can also have a second vacation home or living. Now, as you can appreciate, there are other areas, some plots available because White Sands is big. And right now there are developers building different type of projects. Here you can find villas. For example, a 3-bedroom villa can be around 210 up to 300, of course, depending on the size, qualities, views, community, amenities. For condos, 1-bedroom condo under construction here can be around 120, including the electrical appliances. Just imagine that. A 1-bedroom condo with access to private beach, golf, clubhouse, gated community at just 120. For 2-bedroom condos, 150 up to 200, pretty much. So were you able to see the potential of the White Sands community? Because I saw it. So I'm going to show you a video and you can appreciate all these main attractions that most of the people are looking for. And the last one is Cana Bay. The Cana Bay community is located pretty much like one of the last part, let's say it that way, of communities with access to the beach and golf, just right here. Again, remember, we started just right here, Cap Cana, then we went to the Bávaro area where the downtown is located, Los Corales, White Sands, and then Cana Bay. Now you can confirm that the whole destination is getting developed through the north. Right. So Cana Bay, again, I've talked about Cana Bay in previous videos with specific projects where I will leave a link of one of these videos and projects, so you can just click right away above, or just feel free to go on my channel and surf and see the multiple options we have right here. In Cana Bay is one of the top places right now, but for sure it will be the top of the top on the next years. This is due to all the things that are coming, but as you can appreciate, this is a solid gated community. I mean, already developed. Here we have hundreds of properties with clients, again, already generating income, already using their second vacation home, and even living right here. But if we compare Cana Bay with previous communities and areas, projects, here you will understand why this is different than the rest. First of all, here we have a professional golf course that, by the way, is designed by the same designer than Punta Espada in Cap Cana. So with this, you already know what I mean. Second, you also have private beach access. But even though you have private beach access, here you have more than that. It's not just the access. It's just the fact that you have one of the top beach clubs in the whole destination. Just look at it by yourself. All of this is the beach club with private parking, multiple rooms if you want to make an event, if you want to eat, if you want to drink, if you want to rest. Here you have a beautiful infinity pool facing the ocean, change lawn, everything to have a blast here. In this area, you also will have kind of spa wellness center. Also, Cana Bay, it looks like they are planning to build like a cenote because the conditions, all of them, to make it possible. On the flip side, here you have a good neighbor, and we are talking about the Hard Rock Hotel located just right here. But don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean like if you are looking for peace of mind, then you will think like, oh, but then I will hear the noise. No. Again, even though the Hard Rock is located in the Cana Bay community, everything is well organized. And you can confirm, due to the design of the golf course, you can confirm that everything is organized. And what I really like about this is like can be a low density community, which is one of the main questions that people ask me. All right, but if I'm in a big gated community with access to the beach, this and that, what happened when it's 100% developed? Just look at it by yourself. This is the main entrance to the community. And everything is golf. I mean, nobody can build something just right here. So the lands available are already taken. So here, what you can expect. Let me talk about the prices and then I will continue. For example, if you are looking for a pre-construction 1-bedroom unit, here can be pretty much 180, 190, depending on the typology, it can increase, but that's pretty much the average. 2-bedroom condo can be 350, 360, more or less. Villas, there's only one project under construction where we have villas under $1 million. Actually, we are talking about 980, depending on the size, maybe it can increase a little bit. But if you are that type of person that is looking for a villa in a gated community like this, let me tell you, for those that get a villa like that, will have multiple advantages. Why this? Because again, here in this community, you have everything to generate income. But you have to think about what will be your ideal target. Again, the target will determine what type of property you need in order to generate income. This is if we are talking about business, of course. So, having a villa in a place like this will allow you to create a high demand, because normally the people that rent villas, luxury villas like this, are a group of people or big families, and big families are looking what this type of concept. For example, as owner in Cana Bay, you have unlimited access to some amenities in the Hard Rock Hotel. Now it starts sounding really good, right? I know. But again, limited amenities in the Hard Rock Hotel. What those limited amenities you are talking about, Juan? I'm talking about the casino. I'm talking about couple restaurants where you can go. I'm talking about an arcade where you can go, with the kids, or even if you have that interior kit in yourself. Joking. You also, for example, if you want to have a different adventure, a different vibe in this place, you can always pay for a day pass. So you can have a blast with the whole family in this place, and then you can return to your place to sleep. Now, I'm talking just about the Hard Rock Hotel, but then I'm talking about the Moon Palace. Just look at it. And the Moon Palace is coming with a new golf course. And just right here, not so far, I'm talking about it's coming, well, just right here is the Macau Beach, but it's coming the Ritz-Carlton. So ask yourself, if these brands are investing specifically in these areas, Hard Rock, Moon Palace, Ritz-Carlton, is for some reason, my friends. So that's why I wanted to show you this community as a potential in the next upcoming years. I mean, right now you can enjoy everything, but if you are not in a rush, what you can get here under construction for 180, I'm talking about one bedroom, I can tell you, in 5 years from now, or not so far away, in 3 years from now, that value will be completely different. Also, here you have multiple restaurants, very nice restaurants, and you are next to the main highway. So again, you don't have to worry about traffic never in your life. Just the fact that you are next to the highway actually allows you to go to multiple places in a time frame of 10, 15, maximum 30 minutes if you are going to the airport. But if you have an emergency and you want to go to the hospital, let me tell you, you have the nearest hospital just right here, and we are talking about just 5 minutes driving. If you want to go to Macau Beach from here, you are pretty much like 15 or 12 minutes. If you want to go to Los Corrales in this area, you are pretty much like 15 minutes. The airport, 30 minutes. If you want to go to the downtown, you're talking about 15 minutes. So that's pretty much what you can expect in a place like Cana Bay. So in my opinion, the Cana Bay community is one of the most exclusive one these days, but in the next couple years, it will be the top one community with access to beach, golf, and high-end amenities. Now, I'm going to show you a video and you will judge by yourself. Alright guys, so this is it. Thank you to stay until the end of the video. I hope you have learned and get aware what are the top places to invest, to get retired, to have your second vacation home, or just like me, to live in this paradise. Remember, I have all my information below, so if you feel you need more information, you want to schedule a one-on-one, just feel free to reach me out. And if you want to get aware about tips, real estate investment advice, just hit the button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until the next time.